Silver prices have come down quite a lot in the last couple of weeks, which means, of course, you start seeing way more videos about how amazing it is to buy silver right now. Go all in, you hear. Silver's going to go to the moon. It can be very misleading, and I feel like there is a missing link in a social contract between influencers and their followers. So today we're going to talk about the social responsibility of content creators and why it is so important to take seriously. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and a warm welcome to you all joining me for another precious metal ramble. Now today I want to talk about social responsibility of content creators and social media influencers. Love or hate that phrase, personally I hate it. We are all social media influencers in some way. Even if you've just got a couple of followers or hundreds of thousands, you have this, in my opinion, responsibility, this duty of care to the people that listen to you and follow you. At the end of the day, the only reason that I and many other people have a YouTube channel with tens of thousands of subscribers is because of the people that watch. And in my opinion, we have a duty of care to those people to give them a fair and honest opinion, to give them something that's unbiased. And if you are going to go down the world of financial advice, to make sure that it is qualified, that it's understandable, that it's not something that is hyped and feared, and perhaps giving both sides of an argument. Now, there's a fine line when it comes to financial advice on social media, and I'm personally not a fan of it. And I've been very careful in my tenure here on YouTube to talk about silver and gold in the context of my own personal situation, my own personal finances as I see it, as my own stacking journey. Now, a lot of the interpretation of some of the things I say could be financial advice. You know, I think that silver is good, and it's, I think, okay to talk about the fact that silver could be a very good thing to hold long-term down the road into the future. But I also think it's the social responsibility to say that it could also not be, and it's also important not to go above and beyond where you should be financially for these kind of products. And over this last sort of 18 months or so, we've seen even bigger rises of hype, fear-mongering, and pumping of silver and silver-related sort of doom and gloom. This fear of missing out has been exacerbated, and it's the thing that I personally hate most about social media and being a content creator. I absolutely love making videos and talking about coins and showing them off and creating things. It's so cathartic, it's incredible. But what I don't like is the hype, the fear-mongering, the silver's going to the moon, buy it all now, buy as much as you can. And you see this then exacerbated in things like Wall Street Silver, which is a kind of brainchild of the Wall Street bet scenario, where you've only got to look at all of these people who are just basically saying, buy GME, buy AMC, buy, put as much as you can in now. And then a lot of people lost a lot of money. And don't even get me started on NFTs. They are flat out just basically a scam in my book. You know, there's a market for them to some degree, but goodness me, no. And cryptos. We've only got to look at cryptos this last couple of weeks. It does make me wonder as a content creator whether or not one day this gravy train that a lot of the content creators are on will end, and monetization of videos talking about how good silver is, how good gold is, will perhaps one day disappear. And you'll see very quickly then how many content creators continue to make videos or not. The monetization is not to be underestimated. Whether you've got a channel my size or a channel way, way bigger, the monetization that you can get from social media these days is quite impressive, and it's certainly something not to be overlooked as a small business or as a hobby income. And I think if that's taken away, you'll see a huge, huge loss of content creators in the community. Now, there will be plenty, myself included, that will continue to make content. I love making content for content's sake. The monetization is a nice bonus, and I've always felt along the way, because the way the platform works here on YouTube, that one day it could just disappear, and that would be fine. And I've always said along the way of my journey that if monetization wasn't a thing, then I would still make videos. I maybe wouldn't make as many videos, but I certainly would still make videos for YouTube. I think it's really fun. But there are a lot of people who are not in it for that, and the message that comes out, I think, is really, really important. There are a whole host of great content creators and channels that do that. All you've got to do is look at yesterday's video of the community message about silver raiding to understand that there are a lot of good content creators out there that don't just hype train and doom and gloom and fear of missing out. There are plenty of good ones out there, and I think that those are the sort of benchmark. Now, one of the other things that I haven't really talked about is the sort of social responsibility of your subscriber base and keeping care of that subscriber base. I think if you are a content creator and you're not paying attention to your own community that follows you, because at the end of the day, I've got nearly 40,000 subs, I've got 39,000 subs, and I probably get between 3,000 and 4,000 views on a video. So, you're looking at 10%-ish of my viewership. Those are the Backyard Bullion ramblers. Those are the ones that will watch most of my videos. There'll be some that will dip in and out here and there, but the vast majority of my subscriber base don't watch my videos, and that's absolutely fine. I do a whole plethora of different types. But understanding that we have a duty of care to those subscribers, I think, is really important. So when I see fake Backyard Bullion accounts spamming my comment sections, or when I see other links, nefarious links being posted in my comment sections, I'm on it. When I publish a video, I know that within the first hour there's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20 spam comments that come out about cryptocurrencies. I get rid of them immediately. If I can't get rid of them immediately, it's the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning. I just go through those comments and I get rid of them. I see countless times so many content creators ignoring that. And a lot of people will actually use this argument to say don't do it, because the more comments you get on a video, the more the algorithm thinks it's great, and so it promotes it out. So if you get 30 spam comments about cryptocurrencies in this train, people are like, well, nobody's going to fall for that anyway, I'm just going to leave it. I think that's a huge mistake. It makes your channel look unprofessional. It makes it look like you don't care about your subscribers' safety. And all it takes is one person to think that it's you that's contacting them on YouTube and saying, get in touch via WhatsApp, and they'll get in touch and then they'll get scammed. Only it takes one to potentially ruin everything. That could completely ruin everything. And that brings me round to my point again that I made, where I do feel like at some point this gravy train of YouTube and monetization of videos that talk about silver as an investment might one day come to an end. I do firmly believe that there are a lot of grey lines around what is investment advice and what is not, and what should be qualified as formal advice or not. And there are a lot of times when it's very grey, and you do get these echo chambers, and I feel that those are dangerous for the whole community. It's never going to stop though, because, well, I mean, it might stop if YouTube take action, but I firmly believe that they probably won't for a while. It's going to take a huge precedent for this to change. It's going to take somebody coming forward and saying, I, upon the advice of this influencer, sold my house and bought everything, all my money into silver, and then I had to pay a bill, so I sold it all and I lost all my money. It's unlikely to happen, but it might, and that's then going to be a potential precedent. And I know as a content creator, if I got somebody come to me and say, I bought something on your advice and now it's bad, I think you gave bad advice, I would take that on board. I would understand that. I would address that. A lot of people don't, and I think that's a mistake. Now, there is one last thing that I want to talk about, which is hype of things like raw mint coins. And that is a big thing right now. It's coming down, and we're seeing the sort of the results of a lot of the hype and hysteria that's costing people money. So my video that went out last Friday, which was all about the auction results of some of these coins, I want to do a little bit of a follow-up because I did some maths. The guy who sold that Griffin would have actually got more money if he just scrapped it for spot price with a dealer, which is mad. So yeah, hype and hysteria of coins, be very careful of that. Just because me or any of your other favorite influencers are buying stuff, buying coins, doesn't mean it's right for you in your own situations, and understand the risks of things. Do more research. There are a lot of channels out there that don't give the kind of disclaimers that sometimes I will give, and that's dangerous. It really is. And you've only got to look at some of the kind of pump and dumps that have been out there for various different proof coins. to really see that it's you guys, it's the people that are watching and that are buying upon recommendations of influencers that are at fault, at risk. So I like to think that I've been pretty consistent with my messages throughout. When I do, for example, coin reviews of premium products or raw mint coins or promotional videos, I feel like I've always been really honest about the price points of these being high and that they should be bought as luxury items that are not investments. But a lot of the time you don't see that. You see this kind of hype about proof coins being the things to buy because they're going to make you lots of money on a flip. I think that's dangerous. I think it's speculation, and I think actually it could be really quite dangerous for content creators to continue doing that kind of thing, because it could be financial advice bordering on, well, quite frankly, I don't want to sort of make a formal accusation of illicit activity, but there could be pump and dump scenarios where people get taken advantage of. So the message here is, if you're a content creator, understand that there is this social contract that exists between you and your subscriber base. Understand that it should be taken exceptionally seriously. And my advice is that if you are watching a content creator and they're not taking it responsibly, they're not doing things responsibly, they're not acting in their comment sections when spam and scams and things like that comes out, tell them about it. Tell them that you think that they should be more serious about this stuff. It's important to feed that back to people. And if they just continue to ignore, I think that's message received that they don't care. And that's something that's very dangerous. If they only care about one thing, and that's the ad revenue and the money that they're getting in, then I think that is the most dangerous type of content creator, because they can and probably will do anything for money. And that's at people's expense, to be quite frank, sometimes. So there we go. That's my thoughts and opinions on the subject. Some people will probably hate them. I would love to know what your thoughts and opinions are. So please feel free to comment down below. We'll see you down there for a fun, healthy debate. Let me know if you're a BYB Rambler and you watch my videos to the end. It's always nice to hear from you. And, a lot of people will click off after 5 minutes, but there are a few of you that sit here and watch me ramble to 12, 13 minutes. And I do appreciate all of you out there for that. See you on the next one. Thank you all for watching. As always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.